So last day we had been discussing the difference between the conditioned soul and liberated soul is that a conditioned soul is imperfect in four ways. A conditioned soul is sure to commit mistake. A conditioned soul is in illusion. A conditioned soul has the tendency for cheating others. And a conditioned soul has got his senses imperfect. Imperfect senses. Therefore, knowledge should be taken from a liberated soul. Why this Bhagavad-Gita is so honored? Now, this Bhagavad-Gita was spoken in India, and it is understood that it is a scripture of the Hindus. But why now you are Americans, you are also keeping this Bhagavad-Gita? And not only in America, in other countries also, in Germany. In Germany there are great scholars, in England, in Japan, and in all countries. So why? Because it is spoken by a great personality. Apart from, we Hindus, we accept him, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but others, even not accepting him, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they accept it as at least that he was a great personality. Therefore, besides the Hindu community, others, they are also consulting the knowledge. Now, my point is that when such a great personality, and when we accept him as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then his version is right. What he says, that from our practical experience we can conclude that every individual persons were in the past individuals, they are also individuals at the present, and they will continue to be individuals. And this is by our common sense, but it is confirmed by Sri Krishna, whom we call the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he is accepted as a great personality. He says, Natru eva ahanga jatu nasam. Don't think that I was not in existence. That means I was in existence. Not that just now I have come before you as God, as Sri Krishna. I was Sri Krishna in the past also, and I am Sri Krishna at the present. So also yourself, and so also others, all individuals. So, and at the present we are nachaiva na bhavishyama. I don't think that we shall not remain. Sarve. This sarve means we all. Not that. Sarve is plural number. Janadhipa is plural number. So, they are all individual souls. So the individual soul continues. That is the version. That is the version of the Bhagavad-Gita, and it is better to accept this version without unnecessarily commenting it or interpreting it in a different way, so that one the interpretation is very bad. You see, a scripture should not be interpreted. A scripture should be taken as it is. As it is. And besides that, interpretation, when interpretation is required, when a thing is not properly understood, at that time interpretation is required. Otherwise there is no necessity of interpretation. Just like and such and such village or such and such town is on the sea. Somebody says. Now, the person who hears that such and such town is on the sea, and he may be confused, how is that? On the water, how there can be a town? So there is explanation required. Now that explanation is that on the sea does not mean in the midst of the sea, but on the bank of the sea. Here is an interpretation. So similarly, a thing which is very clear to everyone, so there is no necessity of interpretation. Here the statement of Bhagavad-Gita as spoken by Lord Krishna is very clear that myself, yourself, and all these people who have assembled here, they are all individual persons. And they were individual persons in the past. And at the present moment, we see that they are individual persons and they will continue. They will continue. I may not know what they will become in the future, but because he is God, because he is the Supreme Personality, his statement should be accepted. That makes my knowledge perfect. Just like I give you one very simple example. Now, if a little boy asks his mother, then who is my father? The mother says that here is your father. Then if the child says, I don't believe it, that he is my father. Is it possible to convince him in any other way than the statement of the mother? Is it possible? No. That is the final. That is the final. And if he says, I don't believe it, that is his foolishness. Similarly, a thing which is beyond our conception, beyond our limit of knowledge, that should be taken from the authority. So here is an authority, Sri Krishna. Authority. His authorship is accepted by all over the world. In our India, there are 5 different and disciplic succession of authorities. Just like the Sankarites, followers of Shankaracharya and Vaishnavites. Generally there are 2. Mayavadi, impersonalists and personalists. The personalist school, philosophers, they are divided into 4. Ramanuj Sampradaya, that means followers of Acharya Ramanuj, Madhyacharya Sampradaya, or the followers of Madhyacharya, and Nimbarka Sampradaya, followers of Nimbarka Acharya, and Vishnu Swami Sampradaya. Their conclusion is the same. Although they are 4 in number, their conclusion is the same. And another sect is Sankarite Sampradaya. So all these 5 different sections of the Hindus, they accept Sri Krishna as the Supreme Personality of God. All of them. There is no denial. Although they are 5, they have got different theses and philosophy, little difference, not in conclusion, but still now Sripad Shankaracharya, he is considered to be impersonalist. Impersonalist means he does not believe in the personal form of God, but still he has commented in this of this Bhagavad-Gita and Shankar Bhashya. He has admitted there that Sri Krishna is the personality of God. He has also admitted. Others, they are Vaishnavites, other acharyas, other authorities, they are Vaishnavites. They have naturally admitted because they believe from the beginning. But even Shankaracharya, who is impersonalist, he has also clearly written that Sabhagavan Sang Krishna. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. And there are many evidences in many scriptures and Vedic scriptures that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the Brahma Samhita it is stated, Ishara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadi Radi Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Ishara Parama. Ishara. Ishara means the Lord. No, there are different lords, different lord degree. Lord means controller or proprietor. So you have got some lordship over your environment. He has got some lordship. I have got some lordship. He has got some lordship. Or the President Johnson, he has got some lordship. In this way, you will find different degrees of lordship. But here it is said that the supreme, superlative degree Lord is Krishna. Above him, there is no other Lord. Here we shall find that you are bigger Lord than me, he is bigger than Lord you, and somebody is bigger than him. In this way, you can approach the Lordship of Johnson. Then you can see another man, he is more than Johnson, another person more than Johnson, like that. But when you reach Sri Krishna by such analytical process, you will find that nobody is greater, nobody is equal than Sri Krishna. Therefore, Sri Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he says something, we must agree to accept it. We must, if we don't agree, that will not be beneficial for us. When a great man says something, and he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is saying that we are all individual persons. We are all individual persons. God is also individual person. It is confirmed in the Vedic literature. Nitya Nityanam Chetana Chetananam. Nitya Nityanam. Nitya means eternal. We are all eternal. This is plural number. So amongst all the eternal living entities, he is the chief. This is the definition of God is given in the Nitya Nitya. Chetananam, Nitchetanas Chetananam. We are all conscious beings. So, he is the supreme conscious. He is the supreme conscious. Now, of course, there are some yogic school in America, you find, they do not believe in God. But it is not. Actually, the yoga principle does not deny the existence of God. God is there. Now, just to inform you, I have just brought one very authoritative book by two great professors of Calcutta University. The book is called Introduction to Indian Philosophy. Now, he says means he is giving, after studying all different kinds of philosophy, he is giving a nutshell idea of each type of system. Now, just see, the place of God in the yoga, the place of God in the yoga, as distinguished from the Sankhya, the yoga is theistic. Yoga system was introduced by Lord Patanjali, a great authority, you see. Now, they have studied, and here is 2 persons, and this book is very authoritative. This is the 6th edition. Just see, it has a very good sale in all the universities of the world. It is a very authoritative book. And this Dr. Chatterjee and Dr. Datta, they're not ordinary persons. This is accepted by all universities and they are authoritative persons. Now, I am therefore reading his version. What does he say? The yoga system. Now, as distinguished from the Sankhya, the yoga is theistic. Yoga system is theistic. Theistic means believing in God. It admits the existence of God on both practical and theoretical grounds. Patanjali himself, however, has not felt the necessity of God for solving any theoretical problem of philosophy. For him, God has more a practical value than a theoretical one. This is the version of Patanjali. Devotion to God is considered to be the great practical value as much as it forms a part of practice of yoga. Those who are practicing yoga, they must be devotee of God. Otherwise yoga will be a failure. You see? So, in as much as it forms a part of practice of yoga and is one of the means for the final attainment of samadhi yoga or the restraint of the mind. The yoga, chitta nirodha, the whole purpose of practicing yoga is to control the mind. Control the mind. Now, here, Patanjali's system that unless you conduct devotional service of Lord and bhakti, there is no success of yoga. There is no success of yoga. The subsequent commentators and interpreters, the difficulty is that wrong interpretation of the original text delude the audience. You see? So that the subsequent commentators and interpreters of the yoga evince also a theoretical interest in God and discuss more fully the speculative problems as to the nature of God and the proof for the existence of God. They practically take up the speculative way. But Patanjali, as he takes practically that without devotion of God there is no success of yoga. Thus the yoga system has come to have both a theoretical and practical interest in the divine being. According to the yoga, God is the Supreme Person. Now, just see. This is authoritative statement. A Supreme Person. Did you ever hear, you have been in so many yoga societies, did you ever hear that God is a Supreme Person? Now, just see. According to the yoga, God is the Supreme Person who is above all individual self and is free from all defects. Now, the same thing. In the Bhagavad-Gita also, the Lord Krishna, he is telling, he is informing us about the future or of the past because he is perfect. He can see both past and future. Because we are not perfect, because we do not know, now accepting it that you existed in the future, say your age is 34 or 35 years, can you say 36 years before where you are? You cannot say. Or suppose you live for 100 years, can you say 100 years after where you shall be? You cannot say. Because you are imperfect. Because you are imperfect. So God is not imperfect. God is perfect being. Here, yoga system also accept like that. According to the yoga, God is the supreme person who is above all individual. Now here you see the individual. Every living entity is individual. This particular word, that individual self, and is free from all defects. And because he is free from all defects, his statement is defectless. And therefore we must admit, my statement, because I am imperfect, my statement is also imperfect. I have no idea of the past and future. How can I say that in future you will be like this, or in the past you are like this? I cannot say. But who is defectless, who can see past, future and present equally, and there is no defect, he can say. So here is the statement of the Supreme Person. So we have to believe it. We cannot go out of it. If we don't believe it, then we are loser. If we don't believe it, then we are loser. He is the perfect being who is eternal and all-pervading. Just see. All-pervading. That means, although you can see him as a person, just like you are present before me as a person, but you are absent in your residence. Is it not? But God is not like that. God is, although he is present, Krishna, although he is present, just before Arjuna, instructing him, but he is all-pervading at the same time. A crude example, just like at 12 o'clock in the midday, you see that the sun is above your head. And 5,000 miles away, if you ask any friend, where is the sun? He will say, it is on my head. 5,000 miles this way, that way, you inquire, and everyone will say, the sun is on my head. Though if a material thing, sun is a material thing, if a material entity can be so all-pervading at one and the same time, so is it not that the supreme spiritual being, he will not be all-pervading? Certainly. He must be. He must be. So here, you see that he is the perfect being who is eternal and eternal. Eternal means the eternal in everything, eternal in consciousness. Now Krishna says that you and myself and all these beings were like this because he has got eternal consciousness. He had actually experienced what I was. But because my consciousness is not eternal, I have forgotten what I was in my previous birth, neither I can say what I shall be in my next birth. These are the distinctions. If we falsely claim that I am God and that supreme consciousness, it is our lunacy. It is our lunacy. We should not indulge in that way. And anyone teaching in that way, that is a cheating. It is not possible. Here is an authoritative book. He is the perfect being who is eternal and all-pervading, omnipotent, omniscient. All individual selves are more or less subject to the affliction of ignorance. We are all living entities except God. Everyone, they are subjected to ignorance, forgetfulness. That's a fact. Ignorance, egoism. Egoism means that without having the qualification, one declares that I am God. This is egoism. Without having the qualification of God, if one declares that I am God, a foolish man, that is called egoism. Egoism, desire, aversion, and dread of death. They have to do various kinds of work, good, bad, and indifferent, and reap the consequences thereof. That means they are subjected to the acts of your, the reaction of their acts. If you do some good thing, then you reap the good result. If you do some bad thing, then you reap the bad result. And because we are defective, therefore we do something good, sometimes bad. The best thing is, therefore, that God is all good. If we follow God, then we become good. If we follow God or a God's representative, then we also become good, because God is always good. A good cannot give you bad direction. Therefore, devotional service, it is incumbent that everyone should be followers. Everyone should be followers of the instruction of God. That is devotional service. Nobody should be deviated from the service of the Lord. The whole Bhagavad-Gita, this is the beginning, and at the end the Lord will instruct, Arjuna, that sarvadharman parittajya mamekam saranam vraja. You just surrender unto me, and ahantang sarvapavibha mokhaisami ma sucha, and I shall protect you, give you protection from all reactions of sinful life. The best thing is, if we want to be all good, then we have to follow the instruction of all good. We have to mold our life in such a way that what is advised by the all good, that will make our life perfect. Next is